Hi everyone, this is Anjali and welcome to my channel. And today we have Sibrama Panigrihi sir with us, who is going to share his valuable insight on how you should improve your technical skills, which will help you further in placements and in your career altogether. Welcome, sir. Welcome to our channel.
Thank you, madam. Namaste.
Okay. So, sir is an assistant professor in NIT Rourkela. He is a senior member in IEEE also. So that is really great, and I'm really honored that you have joined my channel today to guide my students to give them an insight that how should they become technically better in their skills. So we would have some questions. Before that, just two lines for my students, and then I'll ask you some important questions which might help students a lot.
Yes. Yes. So, good evening, everyone. So, I am Dr. Sivaram Panigrahi, presently working as an assistant professor in the Department of CSC and Today, I am going to share my thoughts on how you should prepare for that so that the area will move seamlessly. Okay. So, I expect them to start the questionnaire so that.
Okay. So, sir, what do you think? Which skill students should focus more? Like, if we talk about programming languages, so which language would you suggest means they should focus more, or they should have very strong foundation? To
It depends. And it depends on what kind of application they are using it. Suppose they want to develop an embedded system software, so it's better to use Java or C. But if they want to use develop a web application, so it's better to use again your Java or PHP or like that. But if you want to develop an analytics application, so it's better to use Python. So it basically depends which kind of application you want to develop and where your interest lies in. Based on that, you have to choose a programming language. So it's not that one programming language is universal for all the types of applications. It depends.
Thank you, sir. So it all depends, like in which field you want to go, and accordingly you can choose the skill and master that. Thank you, sir. And what do you think? How can students make the most out of networking opportunities and industry interactions provided by their colleagues? Like nowadays, we say that you should make connections, you should be there on LinkedIn, like from a very early age. So, how is that helpful in the overall growth?
Yes, that definitely helps. It actually tells you how the scenario is going to be when you will join an industry or when you are going to join an organization, whether it may be academics or it may be corporate, right? So before joining, if you will know how the scenario is, then accordingly you will prepare yourself so that you can get ready to that and you can accordingly identify which area suits your lifestyle or your area of expertise. Based on that you can decide, and preliminarily you can prepare for that one also. So it's highly recommended nowadays that you join professional networks like LinkedIn and other. If your institution or organization have a passing out students portal, then also that you can join a portal.
So, you should join your university passing out portals, LinkedIn. And sir, what do you suggest? Like, in which semester they should make an account on LinkedIn?
I think from plus two they can begin an account. It's not that nowadays you will join a technical course then you can begin. It's free. You can free or it pay. It's paid, but you can freely access one account. I expect that before you join any technical institution for technical studies, you please have a look at different aspects or different fields where you can choose. So before the joining any technical education, you please first join any LinkedIn creator profile, go through different profiles,
Right.
look and then find your career.
Then you find. So you can see what your seniors are doing, what industry demands, and accordingly you
Yes,
can join
yes.
the
You
technical path.
choose. Yes.
Thank you. That's really great suggestion. And another thing is that nowadays we have specializations in B.Tech as well as BCA. Like we have B.Tech in IT, B.Tech in IoT, B.Tech in data science, B.Tech in ML. So what do you suggest? Like students should go for just B.Tech in computer science, or they should go for these specialization B.Techs for a better placement opportunity?
No, again, I will tell you that it again depends on their choices and their area of interest. So, from my point of view, before joining any specialization or core computer science and engineering, please go through all the aspects. Suppose somebody is my area of expertise is machine learning, so I can elaborate more on that. So, suppose if student want to join machine learning as a specialization in B.Tech, so what through all the curriculum syllabus of different universities, what they have to prepare, they have to go through that. Then what are the prerequisites for that, such as pre-probability, statistics, linear algebra, and whether your maths are strong or not. Then after that, what are the career opportunities? After completion of the course, what you will become and what are the job prospects that you need to identify and you can go through it. Similarly, for all other areas, whatever areas your interest or if you want to join, first go through them all. Find your interest based on your expertise. Suppose you are good at web development, so choose a career where you can apply your skills. But before that, you go through all the areas, go through the contents of those areas, go through the future directions in that particular area, then you choose.
Means whichever field you choose, you should have some base research about the areas where you want to go, and you should be knowing like where this particular field will take you, and accordingly you can make a choice
Yes. Before you start, you need
before
to
you
go
start.
through that.
Yeah.
And you can, if you are having any doubt through LinkedIn also, you can ask an expert in that particular field. They will also help you.
Yes, that is a really good suggestion. You can ask the network which you have on your LinkedIn. And if you don't have LinkedIn profiles, to all students, if you don't have it, created right now, and you can follow Sir and me on LinkedIn. I'll put the handles in the description. So you can follow us on LinkedIn and ask your doubts over there as well. Right? Okay, so one more thing, like what would you suggest students for, you know, if there is a campus interview or even an off campus interview, what should be their strategy to stand out in the interviews that, they can showcase their skills in an interview in a better way?
So for interview, let me tell you clearly. Basically, interview starts from day one when we are going to college. How we are that really affects how our communication skill is, and that is not developed in a in a 1 or 2 months. So in skills, then all those skills it will not be developed overnight. For that, what you have to do, you have to start it from the beginning. And suppose you haven't started well, also suppose a student has not done well in 10th or 12th, what they can do, they can again begin afresh, go through all the skills and go through all the subjects again in a quick revision manner. Then what they can do, they can start discussing with their friends. Then again they can prepare. Okay. But if you will ask me to quickly cover how they can quickly prepare, I will tell you one thing. I always tell my students that learning is not a process by just reading. It's all about reading, thinking, discussing, and practicing. So if they want to prepare it quickly also, even if they haven't covered all, or even if their career is not so good, so not an issue, they can start from that particular day and they can clear their concepts on a particular domain. So one cannot be expert in all the domains. Please be master in a particular domain. And for that, I will tell you, I one suggestion I always give to my students is that first identify your dream. And for your dream, every day devote 2 to 3 hours. So in this world, nobody is expert without devoting time. So if you will devote 2 to 3 hours every day for a particular thing, in a year you will devote 1000 hours in that particular area. In 4 years, you will devote 4000 hours in that particular area. Now you just imagine a new person comes and he want to compete with you. So you have 4000 hours of experience, right? So first identify your dream and not try to prepare for the interview at any instance of time, but you try to prepare yourself in that particular domain in such a way that every organization want to have you if that organization has that particular requirement.
That's really a great insight, sir. Yes. So if you devote time, you can achieve anything. So if you want to be an expert, if you really want to get something, so you have to put in the efforts. So without putting efforts, obviously you won't be getting that thing. So I really like the suggestion, sir. Yes, we
And ma'am, before putting time, what the students have to do, first they have to
identify it.
identify their interest. Okay,
Right.
where their interest lies. And being a student, they might not know what is exactly the area of interest. For that, they have to go through different areas, take expert advices, then identify that particular area. After identifying that particular area, go through what are the exams, what are the certifications that might be required from the beginning, very beginning.
Right.
Okay, then they devote time 2 to 3 hours every day relating to that. Then I will guarantee you that no organization in this universe will not like to take him as its employee.
Yeah, that's true, sir. Awesome. That's really, really very valuable advice. So you should find out what you want to do. Your dream should be very much clear. So for that, you might need an expert advice. You might need to research and then start putting in your efforts in that. So thank you, sir. Thank you so much for this valuable thing. And I'll just bother you with a couple of more questions.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like when students wants to do post graduation after their B.Tech. So which fields or which areas you suggest they should consider for their post graduation if they don't want to go for placements after B.Tech?
Yes. So from my point of view, every student should go for a post graduation if their family supports. If their family supports, and nowadays in post graduation already financial assistance is provided to the students. Okay, and you see our human life is one time. Okay, so if we will go for our job, then we might not get back into the educational line. So from my point of view, we should continue the education because education life or school life is the best time throughout our life. So we should prolong it as much as we can. But for that, what we can do, we have to, suppose we are studying B.Tech, then from B.Tech, we need to identify which courses we like. Suppose we like B.Tech in computer science, we like that IoT where I am having interest. So you need to identify which organizations are providing specialization in IoT in the postgraduate level. Whether those are Indian universities or foreign universities, not a matter. You need to identify. Then what are the exams that are required to qualify for that? And for that, again, you need to start preparing from your second year or third year of the engineering career. Okay. Accordingly, you have to plan. Then after that, you qualify those examinations. As in India, GATE is an examination that you need to qualify to go for postgraduate studies in engineering. So similarly, other exams are also there. So you first try to qualify them, secure a good rank, try to get into a good college. So after that, with specialization, it again depends on your interest. Based on that, you apply the college, join the specialization. Then after joining the specialization also, if you want to further specialize in particular domain, then go for PhD. Because what I want to tell that I usually tell my relatives that always try to go for PhD if your family supports. And nowadays family do not also, we do not require support of the family because most of the PhD and postgraduate studies provides financial assistance, and we are having a single life. We need to explore as much as possible. So what we will do, if we will study more, our vision will be more. That is the first thing. And after that, the opportunities will be also more. A B.Tech graduate entering into an R&D section of a company is very difficult. Whereas a postgraduate student having 1 year research experience and getting into a R&D section is much easier. And a PhD scholar having 4 to 5 years of research experience getting into a R&D position of an industry is quite easy. It's not that only getting the job. After getting the job, how much you are enjoying and how much you can perform your job with honesty, sincerity, and integrity. That also matters.
Yeah.
So for that, I want everybody, don't stop your studies immediately. Study as much as possible. You can join a job at any point of time. Based on your expertise, you will get the salaries also. But study after few time, when you will also become a father, mother, then it's pretty difficult to again come into education. So please study, try to concentrate more time or devote more time in education. Then anytime if you want to join an industry, you can join.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for these great suggestions. And do you think means these courses which are doing in the college, like whatever curriculum we have for B.Tech, is it making the students industry ready? Like if the student wants to join a company right after B.Tech, so they learn some coding languages, they have some subjects. So is our curriculum making them ready for the industry, or when they join, they have to learn new technologies over there?
Yes, it depends on the level of organization, level of institution where they are studying. So if it is a institution of national importance of it, or if it is a high ranked institution, then I will probably say that the students are industry ready. Okay. But if it is a lower level institution, means not having national importance, then I might say that because most of the 70 to 80% institutions are not national of national importance. So what I will suggest for them is that identify nowadays everything is available in the internet, and institution is not a barrier. If you have internet and if you have the interest, only interest, if you have the interest, you can learn anything from any professor, because MIT courses, IIT courses, all are available in the internet.
Available,
But provided that you have to qualify, you have to have that much of interest, you have to have that much of awareness. You should also know that such courses are available. Then you can enroll that, and after enrolling the course, completing the course, you can get the certifications. Then based on the certification, you can your career can prosper. Okay, so from that point of, I can say that the gap between the industry and the current educational institutions, means the lower level educational institutions, gap can be avoided. And in India, madam, nowadays or now we are trying to implement NEP 2020, National Education Policy 2020, where the gap between industry and academia will be reduced drastically. So Indian government is going to enforce this. So this is enforced right now in NIT Rawalpindi also. From this year onwards, we are implementing NEP 2020. So I think if it will be successfully implemented with the vision in which it should be implemented, if that will be done, I think the industry and academia gap can be reduced significantly.
That would be really great because NEP is going to make some very positive changes in our education system. And as sir said, where there is a will, there is a way. If you really want to learn, if you have interest, there are so many sources from where you can actually learn on the internet. So, sir's LinkedIn profile and my LinkedIn profile link I'll be giving in the description. Sir has a YouTube channel also, so you can follow him over there for his expert guidance. So I'll be providing the link for his channel also in the description. So subscribe both the channels. And sir, before we conclude today's session, could you please share some success stories of your students who really wanted to learn something and they have really outshined and done where have made you proud? So if you could share some stories
Yes.
like that.
So many success stories are there. Okay. So basically, I would like to share two success stories. One of a good student and another one of a bad student. Okay. So I usually like my students, those who are not performing well, because good students, they will find their way. Okay. But what being a teacher we should do, we should guide the students who are not performing well. We need to motivate them, because all are our students. All are someone's kid, someone's son or daughter. Okay. All are having equal importance. So first story I want to say regarding is Rahul Panda. So that student I taught him in uh, National Institute of Science and Technology, Barampur, when I was working as an assistant professor in that institution. So presently he is working as a engineer, cloud strategic engineer at Google. So I will share his journey, how he has done. So first thing is, he is a very humble, punctual, honest student. Okay, he regularly attends the classes, and before attending the classes, what that should be, that is going to be taught in the class, he comes prepared. So from the first semester, I teach him programming in C and data structure in the first semester and second semester. So first you need to learn from him is that you need to be sincere from the day one. Okay. Second thing, so after he has studied his B.Tech, he doesn't get a very good job, because NIST is not a government college, it is a private college. So he didn't get a job in the reputed industries, but he has got a job. Okay. So after getting a job, what he has done, he has joined as a data analyst. So for that, he had started preparing from fourth semester for Data analyst. Next, after that, he has gone after 2 years of job. He has gone for a executive MTech at BITS Pilani. So in BITS Pilani, what he has done, he has understood what are the data analyst job, what are the key skills that are required for a data analyst. He has gone for those big data analytics and all the things. Then after completion of his MTech, he has got selected. So my point is what? Never stop learning.
Yeah.
Okay, that nobody is going to do. Even I will say that today also man is also learning.
Yeah.
And one more thing, try to learn at a stretch and try to extend your learning career. And while learning, please be sincere. Suppose you are in sixth semester, you haven't got sincere up to now, but from now onwards, you commit that I will become sincere, attend all the classes regularly, and I will do my best with utmost honesty and sincerity. Okay, so this is one story, success story of one of my student who is a good student.
Right.
Next, I will tell another story of my friend who was a bad student. Okay,
Okay.
so his name was Babu Satisnath Misra. So BSNM, but funnily we call him as BSNL, BSNL. So what he is doing, he was not sincere, not honest, not attending the classes regularly up to seventh semester.
Up to
Then in
second semester. Okay.
was up to seventh semester. So in seven up to seventh semester, he has got 18 back papers. So
Oh.
18 back papers. Now after seventh semester, he thought that when all of us are attending the campus interviews, he was unable to attend the campus interviews. So he thought that no, I will study from today onwards. So he has approached the faculty members of our institution. So after approaching, all the faculty members are saying that no, you are not a sincere student. We will not waste our time by teaching you. You have so many backlogs, you can't clear. So all negative things they have told to him. So then he came to me. Hello, Sibobhai, you please tell me, you please guide me. I really want to study. I want to pass my B.Tech. So what I have done, I have told that all the 18 papers knowledge I don't have, but as I have studied, I can guide you so that you can pass. So in the single year, he has passed all the 18 back papers
My God.
and all the 10 papers of the final year. It means what?
Impressive.
If you will study well, nobody is a bad student. Nobody is a donkey student. If you will study well, you will become good. If you don't study well, you will become bad, right? So he has cleared all the 28 papers in the final year, but he hasn't learned perfectly. He has just cleared the B.Tech. Now, after that, what has happened? He has separated from me. He has gone somewhere. I have gone somewhere. Now, after 4 years, he has called me and told me that, Sibo bhai, do you know, now I am a team lead at IBM, and whatever salaries I am getting, I think that you are giving me the salaries. So I have told him that no, I haven't done anything. Being a friend, I have just helped you, but you have studied, you have cleared all the things. But he has told me that after completion of his B.Tech, he hasn't got a job for 2 years. He
Oh,
has studied rigorously for 2 years all the subjects what that is required for a computer science engineer. After that, he has got that job. So, from my point of view, everybody will get a job. It's not that you will not get a job, but for that, you have to study. Either you have to study now or you have to study after completion of your B.Tech. There is no shortcut to success or there is no shortcut to getting a job. Suppose you are so lucky, you have got a job of 1 crore rupees per annum, but you don't have the skills. Can you survive? You just imagine that what is your life after joining that job. So please study sincerely from the day one. If you have not studied up to now, no problem. Start from now onwards, study honestly, do the hard work, then you will get the success with honesty, integrity, and with so much happiness. And we want all of you should be happy. Finally.
that's thank you, sir. Thank you so much for sharing these stories. These are really inspiring. So ultimately, we have, be it anyhow you study, the main thing is to study. So and it's never late, as sir said कि अगर अभी तक कुछ नहीं पढ़ा है तो कोई problem नहीं है. Start it now, start it today. आज से शुरू करो. And it's never late to start your journey. So you should do your subjects not for clearing your exams. You should have proper knowledge. And as we always say, as sir has told you that skills is everything what matters. So आप जो भी course कर रहे हो, it is fine, but if you don't have skill, even if you get placed, you can't survive in the company. So you have to be focused towards gaining your skills, to get expertise in your skills so that you never get problem ahead. And job तो मिल ही जाती है. वो सर एक डायलॉग भी था ना एक मूवी में, लाइक अगर आपके पास नॉलेज है तो सक्सेस तो अपने आप झक मार के पीछे आएगा. So you have to focus on your skills, and if your skills are good, nobody can stop you to get your dream job or your dream company. But the main thing is efforts, dedication, and there is no tomorrow. Don't say I'll start from tomorrow. Start it today, start it now, find out your passion and start working for it. So that is really great, sir, talking to you, and for the wonderful insight you have given to students. And thanks for giving us your time. Uh, and all the students, I'm going to give, once again, I'm telling you, I'll be putting the link of Sir's YouTube channel and Sir's LinkedIn, as well as my details in the description. So don't forget to follow it, and you can ask your further doubts to Sir or me on our LinkedIn profiles as well. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, man. Thank you.